Hi, I'm Samuel from OpenMRS. Let's talk about the form engine. Yes, from the adoption of the form engine, a lot of work has been going on regarding feature parity with the existing legacy form engines. That's the AMPATH and the HFE, or rather the Angular form engine and the HFE form engine. So let's talk about what has been happening. Some new features have been added to the form engine, things like internationalization, orders, programs, conditional required. I classify that as some special um, validation props, then patient identifiers, etc. So in this demo, I have pre-recorded sessions focusing on different mini granular features to make this much simpler for me. Let's get to the next slide. We shall start with internationalization. I'll play this.
So we basically support translations in OpenMRS currently, at least for O3 through form resources. So basically, the file or the JSON file that will be harboring the translation strings is basically associated or linked to the target form as a form resource. And it is initialized under the hood that is doing the job. So after defining your form under the AMPATH forms folder, under the AMPATH forms translations folder, define the translation script as strings. And on startup, Inez will do the job of linking the translations. Yeah, so here is the form rendered in the default or in the English local. So let's try switching to this. Triggers a refresh. I'll refresh this page. Adult. All right. And here we go.
Let's look at orders. The consensus for capturing orders in O3 is through the order basket defined in the patient chart. So this can be used for capturing all kinds of orders or orderables, but for starters, we support the drug orders and lab orders. So we added support for a launcher, a workspace launcher, that will automatically launch the order basket for you for given the type of order you want to capture. So you configure that by providing the workspace name. This is a workspace registered for capturing orders, and the rendering type as workspace launcher. Note that this supports most of the workspaces, so you can use this feature to this rendering to launch workspaces for allergies, immunization, etc. So in this case, the concept is unnecessary, so this is boilerplate. So we ended up supporting two options: the inbuilt support, which associates the older with the current encounter. This is for legacy support, and for those of you that don't want to capture orders in a different encounter, and that's the caveat currently for capturing orders through the order basket. So let's take this for a spin. Navigate to the patient chart. I have my orders form open, my sample orders form open. And if I hit this, you can see that I'm directed to the order basket, back to my form. So I can as well use the inbuilt support to capture any number of orders, but I will remove this and I hit save. I will refresh screen, and hopefully I have oh, there we go. Thanks for watching. To programs. Hi. Now, for program enrollment and discontinuation, we use what we call a post-submission action. And what are post-submission actions? Post-submission actions are basically JavaScript objects that execute specific tasks after a form has been submitted. Think of this as a way to run custom code against the data you've just submitted from a form session. So there's a special post action tailored for programs, and it's what we are leveraging under the hood to enroll and discontinue patients from a program. So it's very simple to configure this. You want to configure this through the meta properties of the form, and under meta, the programs. So you want to configure the target program. This is required. This just tells the engine that this configuration is for an enrollment. And we also have the enrollment date property. This tells the engine the question in the form that will capture the date that will be used as the enrollment date thing. I'll also move to the discontinuation. It is more or less the same thing, except you configure the question that will capture the date through such a property and the target UUID. Let's move to a demo. Here I have my enrollment form launch. You can see this program, this patient didn't have any enrollments. So let's choose previous date, and we enroll this, and refresh. And here we go. So we have an existing enrollment. Let's try discontinuing. Mark this as today and submit, and refresh, and this was completed. So let's talk about states. That's it for the program enrollments and discontinuation. So for the states, it's slightly different because states are defined through as normal form fields, as you would expect as OBS and other form fields. You just want to give it a type of program state, and you want to define the target program UID and the target workflow that contains the states. Then you define the answers you want, or these are basically the states. Don't forget that the rendering has to be coded, so it's either a select and a radio, not a multi-select, because you don't want to, a patient can only exist in one state at a go in a given workflow. So you want to configure your form as something close to this, and then you pick a state and you submit. Unfortunately, I won't be demoing that. I think we've reached the end of my demo. Thanks for watching. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the UCSF team for the support, for starting for starting this project. They contributed. They heavily invested in the initial development of the project. And I would also like to thank other partnering organizations like METS and other organizations that have, and also MECOM, that have contributed to this project in the hackathon. I'd also want to thank the community at large for the contributions and the support. Keep those flowing. For those that are interested in learning more about this project, here are the links that I expect to be very, very resourceful. We have a vibrant Slack channel. You can always ask questions in there. And if you want to contribute as a developer, you're very, very, very welcome. I've shared the link to the code base. Keep those contributions flowing. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. Bye.